So, you want to play Ryan in Overwatch 2, right? You want to play this hero, best hero in the game in Overwatch 2? Okay. Ryan is like really pro in Overwatch 2. You have 650 HP, insane. You can kill the whole team like that. Like, it's just like Overwatch 1, Reinhard gets abused, no one wants to play this hero, but Overwatch 2, everyone should play this hero if you play that. It's broken as fuck, right? It's really broken. Like, so much HP, so much space. And then you can, like, the most important, like, you can just look how fast you kill Squeeze it. Wow, that's like 2 seconds. That's like 2 seconds, guys, okay? And then, like, you can kill, like, imagine this could be 4 enemies. You kill 4 enemies in 2 seconds. Insane. Right? So this hero does a lot of damage. You can tank everything. You just pin into 6 enemies and kill the whole backline. It's incredible, right? That's right. But you can think one thing even faster, okay? There's like a combo in the game. That's faster, guys. You fire strike, cancel. That's the big combo, right? You can do it 2 times now. So that's like the basic Ryan combo in the game, right? You go swing, fire strike. Well, Bastion's a big boy, so this is like the basic thing. You swing, fire strike. Well, he lives 1 HP because armor is broken, I guess. Like, you can't be stopped. And then there's the charge cancel, right? Like, charge cancel is ridiculous. Like, you can just throw people off the map. Like, in the first game, like, your pin goes like really slow, right? Like, really slow. Like, your pin literally goes like, you can only turn like this. And in this game, you fucking turn like, you go chup. It's insane. Yeah, would have been a 5-stick from yesterday. Yeah, we would have. And then this is like the best ability in the game. I can't tell you how many times I've rolled people off the map by just pinning in and then like cancelling it, right? And now I can like, I'll play one game to like show you like how this stuff is done, and then I'll show you something in replay. Well, FIQ is long, I'll just find a replay game. You know, cause like in Overwatch 2, Overwatch 1 you couldn't do that. This is how good pin cancel is. Like I have to like just shove it down everyone's throat, right? That like pin cancel is like the best thing ever happened to this. Just like look, like pin cancel 180 block. Like it's just such a cool ability. Like pin cancel is honestly the best thing they've ever done to Ryan. Yeah, like it's insane. I'm just cooling it right now. Like it takes you 9 seconds to kill Ryan. Okay, then imagine this is the enemy backline. These are 200. This is let's say this is Hanzo and Ana. So like instead of swinging on this guy, okay, like imagine this is a Reinhard against you. Yeah? This is Reinhard. You don't want to swing on, you want to ignore this guy. This guy can't kill you, you can't kill him, it's no point. So you just pin past him, cancel pin, and then you kill the backline. Like that's the fundamental way to play this hero. You ignore the tank and you go for backline. Like you always ignore the tank. Like you never focus tank in Overwatch 2. Like you never ever focus the tank in this game. I'll queue and then we'll play a game and I'll explain everything in the game. Yeah, I can demonstrate all there. Just remember what I said about things that you need to be very proactive when you play Ryan. Like when you play Ryan in Overwatch 2, you need to be even more aggressive than Overwatch 2. I mean Overwatch 1. Like in this game, you have to be proactive all the time. Because you have less shield, right? You have 1200 HP shield. If you're not proactive, your shield is just gonna die and you're gonna die. Like, if you don't play proactive, you die. Because you don't have shield. So you need to find ways to get aggressive, bro. I'll like demonstrate here how. Use the hammer hitbox to hit enemies as well. Yeah, I mean, I'll show you too. Okay, like also when you swing like this, your swing goes longer. It's kind of important. Okay, enemy is like AFK right now. Which is quite odd. Okay, you see they have Orisa, this is perfect. What do you want to do? We want to look for Soldier here and kill Soldier. I want to go for him, right? Orisa's a spinning move. There's no one else here. Also, it doesn't always apply. If there's no one else here, you can hit Orisa. Like, because I don't see their DPS, right? And he fortified. So he's fortified and I can kill him. I cannot kill him. Okay, this is something you don't want to do. But to be fair, there was no one on my screen. I did the one thing I told you not to do, right? So I lost the fight. So that's an example what not to do. Do not focus on Reaper. Go for this guy. Go for the Reaper. Let's kill the Reaper, guys. Nice. Kill the Reaper. Let's go in the Moira. The speed in and more than Moira. Okay, she used her spinny move. You see, she used her spinny move, guys. That's when you ignore her. You see? Just ignore Orisa and walk on shoulder. Easy peasy. Like, look at her. She's literally useless character. A useless character Orisa. She just dies. She uses spinny move and then she dies. You can cancel pin to kill Moira. Always solo setter Moira. Why not? It was for educational purpose. Yeah, guys, I gave you an example what not to do, and then I gave you an example what to do. And Satyr in this game, I haven't talked about Satyr yet. Like, Satyr in this game, you can solo Satyr anyone. Try to solo Satyr once, visit. Like, Satyr is way more valuable in this game than Overwatch 1. In Overwatch 1, Satyr is like trash. Like, really bad. There's 20,000 shields, every character flies, but there's no shields in this game. Except fucking, except Reinhard shield. And big shield. You see, Orisa is focusing me, she's being useless. Absolutely useless. Reaper behind. Reaper low. Reaper 1. I don't think I can kill him. Maybe I can, get fucked up. Nice. See, fire strike cancel, very important. Very important stuff. So there's visering, I think you might be home. The R-phone. The R-phone right now, hold on. Happens. Like, how you swing fire strike is that, like, you use your swing, and as soon as the swing hits, you press fire strike. That animation cancels it. It's an animation cancel. Like, it's really important DPS combo. Like, it's an extremely valuable DPS combo for Reinhard, especially in this game. Like, you swing fire strike, it's really, really important. Like, that's like the basic combo. Look at this, like, swing. Well, I can't, he's afraid. And then you Satyr him. Then you need to Satyr on the Reaper. Like, if you solo Satyr DPS, good play. Then you die to the horse. And you're really sad. I don't want to focus Orisa, but there's no one else to focus right now. Like, it's just an Orisa and a Moira. Now the Soldier's Visor and Soldier's half, Soldier's 1. There is literally no one else to focus. Which is their comp is kind of weird. Like, their comp is a Moira Lucio comp. Like, everyone has a escape ability in the game. Soldier's too fast. Reaper's unkillable with his move. Orisa uses Fortify and spin move. Lucio wall rides. So it's pretty rough. But you still can find a way. Okay, here you win a fight, right? You don't want to stand on point, so you take an off angle, bro. My Moira is going in, I have to push with him. I cannot push with him, there's a Reaper on me. My Lucio pulls him away from my Satyr. Which happens. Which really, you know, happens. You gotta remember, sometimes you get trolled by Lucio. Sometimes you get trolled by a Lucio, guys. That's part of the game. It's part of the gaming experience. Like, it is part of the game. It is truly part of the experience of the game. I'm just gonna showcase that to you. You can slow down. You can hold your big shield. You cannot hold your big shield because he's the fastest hero in the game and you get it Dono wall them. Dono, absolute Dono wall them. It's a winnable game now. Very nice. Need to stay alive, at least try to stay alive. Very hard to stay alive. You just get run over by the squad. Peak artillery by Bastion Cap. And we lost again. Timing with off angle. Well, guys, you probably get the idea. Like, I explained things. Winning this game wasn't important. You get the idea, you know? Sometimes there's team diff. So let me explain, like, the combos one more time before we go, yeah? Like, the animation cancel is so important. You need to practice this. Let's go to practice range. Like, you need to, as soon as your swing hit, look at the swing, right? Like, the animation is really long, right? Like the animation is really long. Like after you hit him, the animation keeps going. That's why it's like so important that you instantly cancel. Even I fuck it up sometimes. Like if you need to insta cancel. Is there a quiz tomorrow? Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be quizzing you guys tomorrow. Like insta cancel, guys. Insta. Remember insta. This is the most important DPS part of the character. Because just compare the speed. Okay, just compare the speed how we kill Mei. Swing, swing, swing. Super slow, right? But then you go swing, swing. Like he dies like 2 times faster. Let's try Zarya. Zarya has more HP, right? So like compare the speed. Just look at the speed. It's so important. So slow, right? Look how slow this is. Horribly slow. You just double swing. Wait. It's like it's light years faster. Like that's like 2 seconds faster, 3 seconds faster. Okay, there's this one tech you can do. It's how you can one-shot a tracer, right? Like there's this secret technique, guys. I fucked it up. 1 second. Cut the bot, guys. Okay. Like you see how fast I swing, right? Like okay, for you to double swing, you can one-shot like a tracer if they're not aware, right? Like if you hit the swing at the last second, you double swing insta. Okay, look when the swing normally hits. It's like there, right? But what if you like wait with the swing for last second and you like kill her way faster? Like compare the swing. Look, boom, boom, and then this way. No, I fucked it up, my bad. But just compare, right? It's so much faster. That's how you double swing. Also, look at this. This is a really important tech. I'll show you. This is something you also need to learn on Ryan. Forwards too, especially because like here Ryan DPS is more important. Look, I can't hit him right. I need to find the distance. Okay, I don't know. Most people don't ask me something like, okay, my swings don't hit right. Like it doesn't hit. And when I swing my screen like an idiot, the swings hit. You see? Like the swing doesn't hit. But you can make the swing go longer if you shake your screen like an idiot. Maybe even more far back. Like you see the swing distance is way longer. Like look it looks like it has no chance to hit right. Like it's so far. Well, no, it doesn't hit. Well, anyway. Corner swing. I mean, corner swing is just. I can explain corner swing though. Okay, corner swing. I don't think it's that important in this game because you should be pushing for backline. Like I said, this game, your Reinhard is a dive character. Okay, you play Rein like you're playing Winston. Like Reinhard is just a fat Winston. Okay, like Rein is a dive hero. You need to dive on Rein. Like you cannot focus the tanks. Like in Overwatch 1, it was okay to just swing on Rein, and then the corner swing is like, okay, sometimes when you play corner, right? Like you swing, you peek. Like you start the swing until here, and then you swing like this, right? You can like do it like this. Like you start the swing before you peek, and then you go like push the corner like this, right? Is that a little voice crack guy? Nah, man. Okay. Then I'll explain to you the tank matchups, okay? I'll explain every tank matchup to you and how to play against them. Let's start with the easy one, Zarya. When Zarya uses bubble, you don't hit Zarya. Zarya is kind of easy to pin sometimes, so sometimes you just pin her off the map. Like, Zarya is an easy matchup, guys. You can swing on Zarya. Zarya is the one tank you can focus. Swing boosting in Rhine Mirror. I'll get into it, bro. Relax. I'll explain every matchup. Okay, Zarya matchup in this Overwatch 2, you just swing on the Zarya. And when she bubbles, you don't swing on the Zarya. Sometimes you can bait Zarya bubble if they're stupid, like, okay, imagine this is a human being, not a robot. Imagine this is a human. Like, if she's bad at the game, you just, like, fire strike like this, like, you throw it over her head, and she's probably gonna waste her bubble sometimes. Because they get a hello, that's it, what up. Fun games yesterday. Like, if they're Pepega, like, they're gonna waste their bubble. So you just throw it over her head, you can bait the bubble, and Zarya is really easy matchup, honestly. You just swing on her and don't swing on her when she has bubble. And remember not to shatter Zarya if she has bubbles. Make sure you calculated 2 bubbles before you shatter. Can you bait bubbles with charge now? I mean, you can, but it's not worth it. If you charge Zarya to bait bubbles, you take a lot of damage usually. It's not worth. Okay, Zarya is an easy matchup. Ball. You don't do anything against Ball. You just when you're playing against Ball, you just walk into enemy team. Try to make more pressure than the Ball. Do not chase Ball. Do not focus Ball as Ryan. You cannot kill Ball. This character is unkillable. There's nothing you can do. Against Ball, you need to play more aggressive than the Ball. Like, you need to go more ham. Get it? You need to go more ham than the Ball. You need to create more pressure than Ball or you use us. Just make sure your team needs to deal with Ball, not you. You don't fuck with Ball. You walk away from Ball. Monkey. How you beat Winston is by playing more aggressive. You need to. Monkey is like kind of an interesting matchup, right? In Overwatch 2, like you beat Monkey if you play more aggressive. If you speed into them all the time, you win. Or if you see Monkey jumping in too early, you can play chill and let your team kill the Monkey. Like, sometimes Monkey is speed, right? Okay guys, I say these things that you shouldn't focus the tank. But sometimes you need to identify, if you notice an enemy tank 1v5ing, you can just say kill the tank and you play more chill while you kill the tank. Like, not focusing tank applies like 87.5 times. Like, sometimes the tank feeds and you can kill him. But like, most of the time you should go for squishes. Then run and kill the Monkey. But the thing is... Okay, I'll explain. When you... Okay, let's say Monkey jumps behind you. Imagine a scenario where Monkey jumps behind you. You don't kill the Monkey. You hold shield and zone these people. Imagine your team is the fucking mountain. The team is the mountain, man. Like, this is your team. This is Senjera and Soldier. You can't turn around and swing on the Monkey, because you will die. So you hold shield on these guys while your teammates kill the Monkey, right? That's how you deal with Monkey, guys. Okay. That's how you deal with Winston. Okay, Sigma. Sigma is really easy. You just walk into this guy. You need to make sure you play fast against Sigma. Sigma gains value if you don't play fast. What to do when Monkey abusing high ground? You find a way to go to high ground. If Monkey can't abuse high ground in this game, you just find a way to speed to the high ground. You need to take creative pathing. Just make sure, guys, you walk on Sigma and try to bait proc. Like, you can practice it by looking at Sigma, like when you swing, right? Like, when you swing on a Sigma, like, look at him when he channels rock and then you block shield like this. Like, when you see him, you have time to react. If you're less than 80 ping, you can react block rock like this. Just make sure you walk into Sigma, right? It really is a matchup. Roadhog. I hate this guy. This guy fucking sucks. Get off my screen. If you play against Roadhog, you have to play fast. Just play fast. You can even focus Roadhog a little bit, because he's gonna vape and then you should have an Ana and nade to him. Yeah. It's like really, it's like Roadhog, it's the same thing as Sigma, you need to play aggressive. Can you, no, it's not worth to block every shot from Sigma, because you need to do damage. And it gets too complicated, it's not worth. Just swing on Sigma and block the rock, just take all the damage. Ignore hero, kill his team, easy clap. Only focus Arista if she faced 45, then you can kill her. I think this is a really skill heavy matchup. I think Doom is kinda good against Ryan, but I think Ryan is kinda good against Doom too. It's like really skill dependent. Okay, when Doomfist does the E thing, like when he charges his thing, then you pin him. Okay. Like what I've learned is that like you can try to counter pin Doom and like, but when he charges his E, the power up thing, that's when you can try to pin him. That's what I usually do. And it works pretty well. Like against Doom, you just kind of trade him, and then when he charges the counter thing, that's when you pin. You know, one you can just without taking damage, yeah, but it's just not worth in real game. If he jumps into your team, you deal it. It's like Monkey jumping in. It's like Monkey and Ball. Like Doom is the same as Monkey and Ball, right? Because like when he jumps into your team, you just need to shield. Like the gameplay mechanics are the same. Because like when someone dives your backline as a Reinhard, you hold shield. If there's a Genji on your backline, Tracer on the backline, Doom on the backline, Monkey on the backline, Roadhog on the backline, D.Va on the backline, you hold shield. And you throw everyone else and hope your team deals. Because you can't deal. It's more value for you to zone everyone else. Okay, D.Va. D.Va is like a verse Winston. Like you just kind of walk into D.Va and you can just kind of ignore her, to be honest. You just kinda ignore D.Va. So I think D.Va is like the easiest matchup. Like D.Va is really easy. Okay, then Reinhard, guys. Now this matchup is beautiful. Now this is the most skillful matchup in the whole game. It doesn't get more skillful than Reinhard in Overwatch 2. Reinhard in Overwatch 2, like, sometimes you can trade him, okay? Like, if you see Reinhard too far, like really far in your team, you can just say kill Rein. And then try to pin him. In this game, you should try to pin him more than Overwatch 1. Because in Overwatch 2, pinning is less risky. In Overwatch 1, I would say never pin Rein. Because pin fucking sucks in Overwatch 1. Like, it really fucking sucks. But in this game, you should try to pin Rein all the time. Like, especially when you're trading Rein and you feel like you can pin without dying, like, you should always try to pin. And also, okay, let's say Reinhard is here, right? He's here. And you see the squishies, guys? You just fucking pin past the Rein. Then okay, what's gonna happen when you pin past the Rein? He's gonna counter pin you. You just always pin in Overwatch 1? Nah, I don't. I really don't. Like, okay, the Reinhard is gonna try to counter pin you, right? Like, this happens a lot of time. When you pin past the Rein, he's gonna try to counter pin, guys. So, like, let's imagine the. Oh, I need to put him back. Okay. Like, the Rein is here, right? Like, this is an outplay you can do. Like, the Rein is gonna pin into you. You're gonna hear the pin. Yeah, let's say Rein pins like 1, 2, 3. The Rein's gonna pin after you hear him. Then you quickly go like this. Like, you always insta sidestep when you hear the Rein pin. When he chases you, you sidestep like somewhere. Like, you just try to, and then you like jump around a bit, you sidestep and you dodge the pin. And then you kill the squishies, and then you have aggro of 5 people. Like, that's how you outplay the Rein. So in the 1v1 matchup, just do that. Also, Shatter is kind of scary in this game, because it's more important that you don't die. In Overwatch 2, in Overwatch 1, getting Shuttered is like, whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. But in this game, it's really important that you don't die, because you need to be alive. So, like, try to bait the Rein out. Like, just jump around him, like, bait him, jump around, like, block shield a little bit. And then, like, don't go too close, and then, like, block the Shatter. But sometimes, if you can do a lot of damage on squishies and he solo Shatters you, it's fine. Like, sometimes it's fine. Let's say you, okay, let's give you an example. You have an opportunity to go for 3 squishies, you can go for 3 squishies, and if you solo Shatters you, it's fine. You know? Like, then it's just like, whatever. And always remember the Shatter has a flop and a full headshot, so it's just nice. I think that's pretty much every tank matchup. I'm gonna highlight one more matchup before we go, guys. There's one matchup I'm gonna highlight, it's Ana. Because, like, nade is the best ability in the game right now. Like, nade is fucking insane, right? Like, nade is so fucking good. So, like, before you trade Rein, you need to make sure Ana doesn't have nade. Like, you really need to be careful about nade. So, like, when you trade, try to pay attention when the enemy Ana uses nade. Right? When he uses nade, guys, that's when you push in. After Ana uses nade, that's when you go. Like, that's when you push. Just remember, Ana nade is really important. And you can see if he nades when you look at the health bar, it's like yellow. And like, if enemy Ana uses nade, you're like completely free. And I think that's pretty much like the basics of how to play Rein in Overwatch 2. That's like the basics. And that's like pretty much how you play Reinhard in the game. Fire Strike still best for max damage? I mean, yeah. Usually I swing 2 times and then I Fire Strike. It depends. Sometimes I swing Fire Strike swing. But the safest combo to do is 2 swings and a Fire Strike on a Squishy.